Hi everyone, welcome back to Make Me Unusual. Today we are doing a challenge video that I've been putting off since the beginning of my YouTube career. I have been wanting to do this since the beginning of my YouTube career, but it's daunting, very daunting. And the funny thing is I probably have less palettes than I did when I originally planned this, and I still am worried. But today we are doing the one dip challenge. So if you're interested in seeing what that's all about, stay tuned.
So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say.
Okay, good people. If you don't know what the one dip challenge is, I think it was started by NikkieTutorials, or at least that's who I saw do it. It is basically for every single palette you have, you're going to dip into one color in it, put it on your face, and then the next and the next and the next. Now that's easier said than done if you have like 4 palettes. I don't even have 4 palettes right here. So I don't know. As of right now, I don't know how many palettes I do have. It doesn't hit 100, I think. But it's a lot. And this is already daunting. So it's just going to be a matter of pulling stacks. I have my palettes kind of sort of organized by brand. So I'm probably just going to pull stacks, go through them, and put them back so that I'm not overwhelming myself. And I'll have a running counter here so that we know how many palettes I have by the end of this. It's all in good fun. I'm trying to have fun with it and not take it too seriously. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Which, this is very ambitious because I need to wash my brushes and I haven't, but we're gonna do this anyways. First stack, or the closest stack that I have to me, is my Natasha Denona palette, so let's start with her. I think I'm gonna do 2 different eyes because that makes the most sense. I'm also going to take it down to like my cheeks, so I don't have anything on except for foundation, concealer, and I have laminated my brows. I don't have contour, bronzer, blush, highlighter, none of that thing. The foundation that I have on is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Foundation. I am doing a review video on it, so if you want to check that out, I will link that in the eye. But that's all I've got on my face. Oh, and CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I've got the Anastasia Loose Setting Powder in Banana, and I've got the e.l.f. Brow Lift on my eyebrows. So that is all I have. I don't even have mascara on. Or lips. So we might use eyeshadow for lips. I don't know. I gotta use eyeshadow everywhere because at this point, it's gonna be hard. Alright, let's just start. I'm stalling. So, first palette I have is the Natasha Denona Glam palette. Those IDs. I'm gonna do 2 different eyes. I think I'm gonna do neutral on one side and colorful on the other side. I don't know, that might be a bad idea, but I gotta do something. Okay, because we are just starting, I'm gonna start with a light color. So let's go with this one here called Crease, and put it in the crease, I guess. This is a cool palette. This is not good. Okay. Got crease in the crease. I don't know how I feel about that. Really don't know how I feel about that. But whatever. Crease is in the crease. Next one we're gonna do is the All Matte Safari palette by Natasha Denona, because this is my Natasha Denona stack. Looks like this, I think. Oh, is this I would call this a neutral palette. I kind of want to warm this up already, so I'm gonna go into Amhara here. I'm just gonna blend that into first shade that I put on. Natasha Denona Tropic palette. This is, I think, my favorite palette from Natasha Denona. I'm gonna go into, it looks like this. I'm not going into any shimmer shades yet, which is sad because I like the shimmer shades in here, but it's fine. We're gonna go into, would you call this colorful? I would call this colorful. Let's go into, I don't know. I really don't know. I like this purple color. Let's do that. One dip and purple. Okay, that's 3. Natasha Denona Gold palette. This needs to be cleaned. It looks like this, however. I'm going to use the color Teak, which is up here. Okay, Teak, I see you. We're gonna go into my ABH palettes. I have a few. So I've got the standard size palettes and then the Norvina palettes. These two are my favorite, and these two are like really good. Like out of all of them, yeah, I like really prefer these. I got rid of a lot of my Anastasia palettes. I had most of them, but then like when the Glam palette came out, I stopped collecting them. So first one we're going to do is the original Norvina palette, and I still prefer this over all of the Norvina palettes, but it looks like this. I'm gonna go into one of my favorite colors in this palette, which is Soul, and I'm going to add that to this eye. Next one we have is the Jackie Aina palette. Beautiful. And I think I'm gonna continue with the purple, and I'm gonna go into Big Wig, which is this color here. It's gonna add a different kind of purple, but it's purple. I really should have blended the original purple out more, but whatever. Sure. I'm gonna go into the Riviera palette, which has a similar purple in it actually, which is hilarious. Looks like this. Going to add pink. I'm gonna go into the color Bahamas. This could be a mistake, but you know what? This whole challenge could be a mistake. Oh boy, that is... I haven't used this palette in a long time, clearly. Wow, that's pretty. It is pretty. It's just bright as shit. Damn. Last one I have from the original stocks is the Alyssa Edwards palette. This palette is bright as shit. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this. Let's go into Unicorn Tribe. This could be a mistake. Okay. Didn't even expect it to be that bright. We're gonna go into the big boys. These are the Norvina palette. So this is volume 4, which is the pink one. This is what she looks like. I'm gonna go into B4, which is this like lilac-y color. I'm gonna put it at the beginning. I can't dip again. Oh crap. Okay, well, that's fine. That works. I would like to dip again, but cool. That's one. We have the Norvina volume 6. Looks like this. And it looks like this on the inside. I was gonna say I chose my most colorful palettes, but I have not. I just have a lot of them. B1, which is this. It's not quite the same shade. It's more of a pink lilac. I think it would help blend these two thoughts together. ABH Norvina. This is volume 1. This is the one I've had for the longest. And it looks like this. I think I want more pink, so I'm gonna go back into A5 here. Now that we kind of have something going on, it's a little easier to pick colors, but this is still in no way easy because I still think I'm using entirely too many eyeshadows. ABH Volume 5, which looks like this. This is their kind of lilac-y purple, which is great because I want a little bit of purple in here. I'm gonna do B3, which is this middle one here and top here, because I'm trying to build out the purple in this because we started with purple and it very quickly became pink. So Volume 2, the blue one. We don't have any blue in this look, so this is gonna be interesting. We can do a little bit of a dark blue moment. So what about C5 here? I'm just applying right here. Last Norvina palette. This is probably one of my favorites. This is Volume 3. It's really nice for fall. I think it's really unique though. I like this color here, B4. It's really pretty, kind of like dark, sultry kind of cranberry color. Wow, you cannot see that. I wish I could pick up more product. Okay, well, it's the thought that counts. I'm gonna start with these two. These are the Dominique Cosmetic palettes that I have by Kristen Dominique. Let's do Rustic Glam first. Looks like this. Got like a bluish Desert Queen up here because I like to continue adding warmth to this eye. So, and Berries and Cream, which is the first one that I got from this brand, looks like this. I think I'm gonna start going underneath. So I like this color here, Blueberry Muffin. So there we go. I'm gonna go into this one. This is the BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis palette. It looks like this. Very pretty. I'm gonna go into Nightscape. These are my big palettes. The drawer that I'm in are my big palettes. We haven't gotten to the drawer that has the small palettes. Got an Urban Decay palette. This is the Born to Run palette. Looks like this. Dip into, oh, I would really dip into both of these to be honest, mix that, but I think I'm gonna go into Baja. This could turn this into a colorful look so quick. Oh god. This is my Carity matte palette. This is my like ride or die, or at least was, for Halloween. It looks like this, very colorful. I can literally do anything with this right now. And I'm actually going to go into Huntress here, which is this brown color, and I'm going to add it to this side. Right, and then I'm going to go into this. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity palette. Looks like this. I don't think I've ever used this palette. I like this like plummy color here. I think I'm gonna do that. Wow, that picked up a lot of product. I think I'm gonna sweep this underneath this eye. Morphe, what is this? One of their artistry palettes. It looks like this because it's a rainbow. I'm gonna go into Art, which is this like mint green color. If it hasn't occurred to you yet, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm trying to move quickish so that this video isn't 1,000 years long. I have the ColourPop Fade into Hue palette. Looks like this, and sure enough we're going into Take It Easel here, which is another like bluish, light bluish color. Now this is the ColourPop So Jaded palette, the collaboration with Kathleen Lights. This is a more neutral palette, So I think I'm gonna go into, actually like this mustard color called Citrine here. I'm gonna go into that at the front like I did with the blue. This did nothing, a whole lot of nothing. But now I like the idea, so I'm going to have to find another like mustard yellow color. This is the Magic by Juvia's Place. I really like this color here called Fossil. So this is the Jaclyn Hill palette, volume 2. Looks like this. It's like that really romantic all pink kind of situation. Use No Joke right here to try to fulfill the fantasy that I wanted to fulfill. I'm gonna need several yellows to make this a thing. This is the 39L Hit the Lights palette. Looks like this. It's huge. I'm gonna dip into this dark brown color here. Last one that I have in this drawer is the Be Perfect Carnival XL Pro palette. This is one of my favorite palettes to like exist. And it also has a yellow, so I'm going to be using the yellow from here to try to give me what I want. Use so many yellows. There we go. That's that. We're now into the second drawer, which is great, but this drawer has a bunch of like this type of thing. So we're gonna be here a minute. I think I'm gonna go through my little ones towards the end. So these are all of my Huda Beauty well, not all of them, but these are my like normal size Huda Beauty palettes. The original Textured Shadows palette. This is the Rose Gold palette. I actually really like this. I'm gonna go into Sandalwood. I kind of want to blend out the top of this eye. Got the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I had a huge obsession with this palette for a hot minute. I want to go into Retrograde here and kind of mix the two. Naughty Nudes palette. I kind of want bronzer. I'm gonna go into Naughty. This might be a huge mistake. See if I can share the wealth here. I have Mercury in Retrograde. I think this palette was just discontinued, which is unfortunate because it's a very pretty palette. I think I'm gonna do Cosmic. This pink over here. BH Cosmetics palette. It's the La Vie d'un Prince palette. It's yellow here. Oh yes, queen. Wow, I don't know where that came from. But that's so much better. And I have the Alamar Cosmetics. This is their volume 1 palette. Elle Malison here, this one here. And oh, that is so pretty. I want this on the entire lid, but that's not practical when you need to use so many palettes. So I'm going to concentrate it right here. This is the Pat McGrath Mothership Rose Decadence palette. It looks like this. I don't know why I bought this. It's a little on the boring side, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna go into this color here in the middle and try to do what I wanted to do with that first pink color, or that other pink color. Try to build out shape. Tarte. This is the Clay Play palette. I love this for just like shading and contouring, and that is what I'm going to use it for. So we're gonna use Timber from this palette here as my nose contour. Very dark contour color though, but we will have to make it work. I got a nose contour by any means necessary. This is by Ace Beauty. I have another Ace Beauty palette, but this is their Slice of Paradise. It looks like this. I'm gonna take Honeyberry here. This is a BoxyCharm palette. It's called Hello Charmer, and I love these shimmers. And I think I'm gonna go into the color Full Size here. Get this to stick down here on just the center of the mobile lid. I have two Morphe X Jaclyn Hill from the Vault collection. So this one is Dark Magic, which is the dark one. I keep this because it's a concentrated palette of just like dark colors for like eyeliner purposes. This is usually what I use this for, so that's why I have this. I use Temptress, which is the black shade at the top. And this is the Armed and Gorgeous palette, which I've dug heavily into, but it looks like... Wait, I'm going to go into Access, and we're going to try Mustard again. See what happens. Okay. So those are the only two I still have from the Vault. This is the Carity Unicorn Dreams palette, which looks like this. Don't know what to do with it though. I'm gonna go into Fairy Tale, which is this blue color, bluish color. Alright, next one I have is the Ace Beauty Oceanic palette. Let me tell you, I'm kind of tired of doing this. And we have so many to still go through. I'm going to go into Lagoon and pull this out a little bit more. And then I have the SpongeBob X Hip Dot palette. It looks like this. I think I want a nap. I think I'm going to use Wumbo as blush. And I'm just going to do blush on the one side because I think I want my blushes to be different. But I have a few more Juvia's Place palettes, so let's go through those. This is the Warrior 2 by Juvia's Place. It looks like this. I am going to use Zama. This middle shade I'm going to use as blush on this side. I can see it on camera more than I can see it in person, but whatever, it's on the face. We've talked about Dominique Cosmetics. This is their Celestial Thunder palette. It looks like so. I'm going to cry because I don't know what to do with it. I'm gonna use Lucid Dream. Pure Soiree Diaries is one of my favorite neutral palettes. I have done it dirty. Like, it looks like it's been through hell. This is what she looks like here. One of my favorite neutral palettes. It's to go into Stunner, which is clearly my favorite shade in this palette. And I'm gonna put it on the under eye here. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. Beautiful shimmer shades in here. Gold dipped, which is up here. One of my favorite things about this palette is that you can easily cut a lid with these shades. And that looks exactly like the Alamar Cosmetics shade. I also have the original Fenty Beauty palette, I think. This is the Moroccan Spice palette. I love the shimmer shades in here, and that's partly why this palette still exists. I'm gonna go into this one here in the middle. My thing about them is that it's just like this fine mica that you can just sweep across, and it just makes things look so nice and shimmery. A purchase that I regret from time to time. This is the Pat McGrath Mothership 5 palette. It looks like this. It's very pretty. It's just, in my opinion, very overrated. But I have it, so I'm gonna use this gorgeous shade in the inner portion of this eye. I have these two Frozen palettes, so we'll start with Elsa. Elsa's palette looks like this. I'm gonna add a silver, so this is ice crystals. Can't even see it, but it's a silver. Okay. I like that decision very much. This low-key just looks like Elsa. This whole eye looks like this. And this is Anna. So in other words, in order to do these two eye looks, I need these two palettes. I can throw out my entire eye collection, is what you're saying. Okay, cool. This is Anna Adventure, which is this like cranberry-ish color. And I'm gonna apply this here to what? I got two, I have another Too Faced palette and another Tarte palette. So this is the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. Looks like this. So I'm gonna go into Peach Sangria to here. Got the Tartelette Toasted palette, which looks like so. I'm gonna take Flame, which is this like rustic shimmer shade. I wanted something to transition this a little bit more. Alright, Smoke Show looks like this. These are all ColourPop palettes, by the way. So we're doing Smoke Show, which looks like this. I've got Orange You Glad, which is probably going to go on this side. I want to do Clementine, which is like a pressed glitter, really, but... that like barely shows up. Uh-huh, honey. Should I do the glitter again? Fuck it, why not? I'm gonna go into Palooza. It looks better. I got Baby Got Peach. Looks like this. Hungry Ghost, which is a very pretty glitter shade, by the way, from ColourPop. If you ever get the chance to get it, you can purchase it as a single. I'm gonna put it on this one. I'm gonna do Going Nuts, which is this like neutral palette. I really like this palette actually. Cocoa Crush in the center here is what I'm going to use on this. Whoa. It's a quite pigmented. Jesus. Alright, just gonna wipe off a little bit. Okay. Let's go into my Dose of Colors palettes. Let's start with Snow Angels, which is this color scheme. I'm gonna go into this second last shade here and apply more blush. This is also gonna help tone down the highlighter. I'm gonna go into Sassy Siennas and I want more blush. So again, this color, but this side. What about this side? Just like didn't show up. Okay. And then I have Blushing Berries. Just like this. Going in with the black here. And then I have the I Love Sarai collaboration, which comes with these colors here. I think I'm just going to highlight my inner corner with this. I have two little baby palettes by e.l.f. I'm just gonna quickly get through these. This is I Love You a Latte. It's just got like these neutral colors. I'm just gonna go into the dark brown and blend out the liner that I just placed down here. And then I have the e.l.f. Hot Jalapeno, and I think I'm gonna use the yellow. Okay, better. A little, I think. All of this to still go through to finish this look. So I still need eyebrows. I wanna kind of finish off what's going on this lid here, and I think that, oh, highlight this side, inner corner highlight my nose. Nude Medium by Huda Beauty, which looks like this. I'm gonna try highlighting with this middle shade here. This might be too dark, but whatever. Oh, okay. It's not that it's too dark, but it's like a copper. I've got Nude Rich, which looks like this. I'm going to use this middle shade to highlight my nose, actually. Chocolate Brown by Huda Beauty. Looks like so. I'm gonna do my eyebrows with this color at the top here. This is my Toffee Brown palette. We're gonna use the dark brown in here and do the other brow. It's times like these where I'm grateful that I have foolish brows. Okay, so Khaki Haze. I'm going to use this color at the bottom corner like I did with the... Okay. Sure. I have the 3 Huda Beauty Neon palettes. Let's start with the orange one, which looks like this. Let's do this color, top, middle. Actually, this color, I'm gonna try putting it in the inner corner on this side because I don't know what's going on, but the inner corner is not popping. That's one. Huda Beauty, the green one. Using this one, this color here, I'm gonna put in this inner corner. It's got like a purpley shift to it. Huda Beauty, the pink one. It looks like this. This. Gonna go into this middle like lilac-y shade, and I'm gonna do a similar process as I did with the other shimmers in this eye and just sweep it across. Huda Beauty Sapphire Obsessions looks like this. I'm gonna go into this silver color and re-intensify the silver that was on this lid. Wow, that didn't do anything! Sure, whatever. Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions looks like Soledad. Kind of want to add a little bit of this like minty color. I got 3 palettes left. 3. Well, actually I have 4, but one palette is brand new and there's going to be a whole video about it tomorrow, so I'm just going to leave it as that. Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions. It looks like this. I think I want to add a little bit of red. I really like this eye. I don't want to touch it too much, but I'm gonna add a little bit of this dark red. I'm gonna put it here. Okay. ABH Norvina Volume 3 has this glitter. Here I am going to just grab a little, kind of taper off this glitter so it doesn't look so random. Come off the brush. Alright, there you go. ABH Norvina Volume 1. I'm gonna use this dark color, like this dark burgundy color, and just finish off this under eye. Okay, so that is all of the palettes. I lost track. I don't know how many that was, but that was all of them. I'm just going to put on lashes and a lip, and we will be right back. Right on. So here's the final looks. This lash. These are the 2 looks up close. I think it's pretty. Like, it is pretty. It's not like it's not pretty. It's just, that was stressful. That was incredibly stressful. And in looking through all of my palettes, there wasn't one that I was like, yeah, I get rid of this one. But I did want to do this video to highlight the palettes that I do have, and I would like for you in the comments below to state if there's any palette that you want me to show looks from or to showcase and do a video on. So if you want, you can comment down below. I do plan on going through all of my palettes to do looks, focus looks on each of them. So if you like that idea and would like to tell me which palette to start with, by all means please do so. And if you like challenge videos, you can list the challenge in the comments on what to do next. But yeah, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. What would I even use out of this palette at this stage? Okay, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.